Dear students, welcome to CMI's online classes. In today's class, in this video, for the students of Standard 8, we will continue with Chapter 7 of our English grammar, the tenses. We have already completed all present tenses and all past tenses also. And from future tenses, we have also completed simple future, future continuous and future perfect tense. And in today's video, we will discuss about the future perfect continuous tense. And this is the last tense from the future continuous tense and as well as from the whole chapter also. That means this is the last video. After this video, we are completing this chapter, the tenses. So now we will move ahead with the discussion of the future perfect continuous tense in detail. So here in this video, we will understand what kind of actions are expressed in the future perfect continuous tense, what are the sentence structures in positive or affirmative form, or positive or affirmative sentences, negative sentences, interrogative sentences, both positive and negative interrogative sentences. But before that, we will understand what are the uses of the future perfect continuous tense. See, you may open your book and you may go through your book also. It is written here, we use the future perfect continuous tense to talk about an action that will continue till a particular point of time in future. That means, if you see, future means something that will take place in coming days. Perfect means complete action. Perfect refers to complete action. And continuous means continued action. The actions that are happening. So, if you go through the name of this tense, you may face some difficulties to understand the sentence structures, that which verb forms to be used. Because it is future also and perfect also and continuous also. So at first we will understand that what kind of actions are expressed in this tense, in the future perfect continuous tense, and then we will see the use of correct verb forms to write the sentences in the perfect future perfect continuous tense. See here. We use future perfect continuous tense to talk about an action. हम future perfect continuous tense को इस तरीके के काम को बयां करने के लिए यूज करते हैं. तो what kind of action? See, action that will continue till a particular point of time in future. So the actions that are not yet taken place, they will take place in coming future, but only for a particular point of time. They will start in future, but within a particular point of time, they will continue and they will end there before another action take place. So future भी है. Future का मतलब जो action होने वाला है. Perfect का मतलब जो complete action होगा, और continuous का मतलब continued होगा. Okay. So, इन तीनों को हमें कैसे समझना है? फ्यूचर में होगा लेकिन कुछ समय तक कंटिन्यू होगा, कोई समय दिया जाएगा, दैट मीन्स किसी दूसरा एक्शन का होने से पहले, और फ्यूचर में जो जिस टाइम पर वो एक्शन स्टार्ट होगा उस टाइम से लेकर दैट अनदर व्हेन अनदर एक्शन टेक्स प्लेस, उस टाइम तक दिस एक्शन विल कंटिन्यू, बट बिफोर अनदर एक्शन टेक्स प्लेस दिस एक्शन विल be completed. So it is future also, continuous also, perfect also. Future में होगा, okay, और जब वो होगा तो कुछ समय के लिए continue होगा, लेकिन within that particular point of time it will continue and it will get completed. Okay, that's why it is future perfect continuous tense. Understood? So let us see the sentence structures. Positive means affirmative sentences. How do we write affirmative sentences in the future perfect continuous tense. Subject is there. If you want to understand that future tenses, every future tense we have the sentence structures by using will or shall as the helping verbs. Okay, will और shall, modals will और shall को हम मुख्य helping verb के लिए हम use करते हैं. Okay, so will or shall we have to use here in the future perfect continuous tense also. Now perfect है. Perfect है, that means perfect tenses we already know that we use to have verbs in perfect tense. Okay, to have verbs in perfect tense. Continuous tense means we use present participle form of the verb, that means before form of the verb, and we also know that before form of the verb we have to use be verbs. इसका मतलब हमें हेल्पिंग वर्ब्स में से किस किस को यूज करना है? विल और शैल को भी यूज करना है, टू हैव वर्ब्स को भी यूज करना है, एज वेल एज बी वर्ब्स को भी यूज करना है. अंडरस्टूड? सो हाउ विल वी fulfill these requirements of these tenses? Okay, so let us see. So at first, if you see, in affirmative case, subject plus, I told you will or shall. So now this requirement is completed, the use of will or shall in future tenses. Okay, now plus, after that we have to use, it is perfect, so we have to use to have verbs. Okay, to have verbs. Understood? Have verbs plus V3. To have verb plus V3 we have to understand here, because when we use to have verbs, after that the main verbs are always V3. Okay, so subject plus will or shall plus have verbs भी यूज करना है और V1 भी यूज करना है. आफ्टर परफेक्ट टेंस है तो हैव वर्ब यूज करना है और विल और शैल के बाद हमें V1 यूज करना है. तो हैव itself is from have verbs and it is V1 of have verbs also. Understood? तो ये here the use of have has been fulfilled. The two requirements, the requirements of V1 form of the verbs after will or shall, as well as the use of to have verbs for perfect tenses. Understood? Now after this, after have verbs we have to use be verbs, B3, but it is continuous, so we have to use before continuous tense, we use before in continuous tenses, okay, but before we have to use be verbs, and after have verbs we have to use B3. So B3 plus be verbs. So how will we fulfill that requirement? We fulfill that requirement by using B3 form of the verb be. तो ये been, by using B3 form of the verb been is the B3 form of the verb be. So यहाँ पर by using been also we are fulfilling two requirements. One is the use of be verbs before. एक तो है कि before से पहले हमें be verbs लगाना है, तो been itself is be verbs. As I told you that continuous है तो before है, तो before से पहले हमें be verbs लगाना है, तो हमने यहाँ पर लगा दिया been भी be verbs से है, and after have verbs we have to use B3. तो been itself is B3 from the be verbs. So yeah, B से भी हमारा two requirements fulfill हुआ है. Now after that we will use before be verbs है हमारे पास. After have verbs B3 है हमारे पास. been itself be verbs से भी हुआ, B3 भी हुआ. Now ये been है, परफेक्ट टेंस का रिक्वायरमेंट पूरा हो रहा है, तो परफेक्ट टेंस से पहले हमें हैव वर्ब्स का यूज करना है, तो हैव वर्ब्स भी है, और आफ्टर विल और शैल हमें V1 यूज करना है, तो ये V1 भी है, हैव V1 भी है और हैव वर्ब्स भी है. तो आफ्टर दिस इज द करेक्ट सेंटेंस स्ट्रक्चर in affirmative form in the future perfect continuous tense. Understood? I hope you have understood. Now see here. She will have been studying in this school for 3 years this March. So, she will have been studying in this school for 3 years in this March. That means she has started her schooling here and it has been 3 years when it comes the month of March. Understood? Not only this, that for the certain period of time it may continue after that also. Understood? Now see here, we have exercise P. Complete the sentences with the future perfect continuous tense of the verbs given in the brackets. See here. Read is the verb. Read is given here, V1. Now we have to use these verbs in future perfect continuous tense. Now see here. I will have been. Now see this. B1 is changed into B4. Understood? I will have been reading in this library for 3.5 hours by the time she comes. Understood? Now in the same way you will be changing these verbs into B4. These are the main verbs. You will change all these verbs into B4, and before what are the requirements of the other forms of verbs that you have to use, that I have already explained you. Okay, like I will have been walking, we will have been living, he will have been studying, okay, I will have been sleeping. Okay, let us see this sentence number 4. He will have been studying. Understood? Now if you see, now we will transform these sentences into negative also. Now negative, if you see, as we have already understood the affirmative form, subject plus will or shall plus have plus, now negative is, we have to use not before the B3 form of the verb be. Okay. Now see here. Subject plus will or shall plus have plus not plus been plus before plus rest of the sentence is the negative form of the sentences, negative structure in the future perfect continuous tense. We will frame this, okay, don't worry. Now change this into interrogative. If you see interrogative sentences, the main helping verbs are will or shall here. Okay, now if the sentences are written in interrogative for the future perfect continuous tense, first we have to write will or shall plus subject plus have plus been plus before plus rest of the sentence. See, will or shall plus subject plus have plus been plus before plus rest of the sentence is the interrogative structure of sentences in the future perfect continuous tense. Now when you change these, this is the positive interrogative sentences. Now if you change this into negative interrogative sentences, you will write, you will change the structure like this. We have to put not where before been. Okay, that means will or shall plus subject plus have plus not plus been plus before plus rest of the sentence. This is negative interrogative sentence. How? We will see this. We will have been, we will say, he will have been studying French for 3 years when he takes the exam. This is affirmative. Now change this into negative. He will not have been. He will not have been. Okay. He will not have been. This is there is some error. He will or shall plus not plus have. Okay. He will not have been studying French for 3 years when he takes the exam. Now change it into interrogative. Will he have been? See, will or shall plus subject. Will he have been? Will he have been studying French for 3 years when he takes this exam? Now again, negative interrogative. Will or shall plus subject plus not. Here also we have to put not before have. Okay. So will or shall plus subject plus not plus have plus been plus before. Okay. Now see here. Will she not have been? Will she not have been studying French for 3 years when he takes the exam? Okay, like this. This is the negative interrogative sentence in the future perfect continuous tense. I hope you have understood the explanation. Okay. लेकिन अगर फिर still you have some doubts, kindly raise your doubts and clarify your doubts during the class period. This much for today's students, today's class, my dear students. Thank you so much for attending my today's class and for being the part of my today's video, today's class. Thank you so much.